Hey everybody, so thank you for checking that out. I decided I would put some context on what you just heard so you can kind of have an idea what all that mess was about. So those are the ideas that Nico and I have been working on over the past year. Now, a lot of it is actually multiple projects. So we have one standalone single that we're doing, kind of like Iota. This one right now is clocked in at about 12 minutes based on what we've written so far. And then everything else is part of a standalone, well, not a standalone, but everything else we're doing is part of a demo that we're trying to put out here as well. Now, you may notice a couple things. So the first was that on those takes there was no screaming whatsoever. Well, I assure you there's going to be a lot of yelling and gurgling and cackling on the finished products. It's just that this is the first time we've ever had to record in an apartment building. So kind of finding the time to get that done is a little bit difficult. Everything we've done up until this point was done in a house, often in a basement, so we didn't have to worry about neighbors or anything like that. Also, none of the drums are final right now. A lot of what's there, Nico and I, while we're writing, what we'll do is we'll come up with really simple drum sections just to kind of have an idea for where we want to go. So none of those drums are finalized, although some sections do sound, I think, pretty cool. And I'm pleased with the way that those turned out. Now, one thing that I'm really excited about is that, as you probably heard, the singing sections are a lot different than the almanac. These songs are really pushing me to go as high as I possibly can, and so I've been learning a lot about extending my range and things like that. So I think the finished product is going to sound really cool. A couple sections that I need to go and fix because hitting those high notes can be a little bit challenging. But I think it's going to be cool when it's done. So I'm really excited about that. Also, the last bit is that we're not abandoning the shred metal heavy sound at all, clearly, which you can hear. But the demo that we're working on has two songs so far that are extremely down-tempo, really slow, kind of like doomy, but also a little bit more ambient as well. So I think that that's something that's going to be really cool. Kind of trying out a new sound. You never want to do the same thing over and over again. But that's about it. As far as the ETA for these things, no idea. I would say probably not anytime super soon, just because we don't feel rushed with any of this. You know, Nico and I are having a great time making sure that these tracks are how we want them to be. So we're not really thinking about a release date right now, just because we're thinking more about writing really solid, good songs. But of course, we'll keep everybody in the loop. And this is just a little bit so you know that we've been busy. Anyways, thanks for checking it out. Hope you're having a great weekend, and never give up, never surrender. That's all I got.